Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, YouTube and Facebook. What's going on? Welcome to episode 6. What about your friends? Um, I want to say, hold on one second. Hey, what's up, watchers? Be sure to interact. Also, guys, make sure to like, share, and subscribe on Facebook. Make sure you tell a friend, tell your aunt, tell somebody. This is a new platform, and we still growing it. So, let's get into it. So, as you guys know, I don't do this alone. I'm going to introduce my amazing panel to you guys. And first, coming in, we have the beautiful Sheena. What's up, baby? How you doing?
Hi, hey, I love you. How is everybody?
Doing really good. Just little
Good,
technical
good.
difficulties, and we good though.
Right? It happens, you know.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
you know. All right, next one we'll welcome Mr. Geo. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going
Literally,
on?
like on my phone. I'm good. How's everybody doing tonight?
All is well, bro. All is well. All
Good to
right,
see
next we're
y'all.
gonna welcome the beautiful Shay. What's
Hey,
up, Shay?
hey,
What's going on with you?
hey.
Yes.
How y'all
Hey.
feeling?
Thank
Hey,
you.
yes. I like that hat, girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
You know
What
we
y'all
love
drinking on tonight?
fedoras. Mm-mm.
Yes.
Hold on, Shay. You look a little different over there. What's that you got? Oh,
Nothing.
that's a mic. Look at you.
Oh, yes, my famous mic. How do I sound? How do I sound?
1 2 1 2.
Trying to give my professionalism. Okay.
I like it. It's looking
So
good.
yeah,
Just trying
what
to
you
Thank
guys
step
you.
drinking on tonight?
up.
I got
Got
pineapple
H2O.
juice.
I had a little bit of
Water.
left. What is that called? Caprico.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
those bottles are so pretty.
Aren't they cute?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So listen, y'all. I want to apologize for the delay of the show. Well, we had some minor technical difficulties, but it's nothing that we couldn't handle. We here. I want to start off with an icebreaker. Let's see what icebreaker I can
I got one if you need something.
go ahead, shoot it to us.
If you could be a contestant on any reality show, what would it be, Sheena?
That's a good one.
A contestant?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I like that one that Jamie Foxx do.
Okay. It's some more music, right?
Oh yeah. What is it? It's not whose line is it anyway, but it's something like that. But I love me some Jamie Foxx though. I would want to be a contestant on there. Yeah. And
Okay.
what
Okay.
about you, Shay?
What is that reality show? You said reality, a contestant, right? What
Yeah.
is that show where, God, with the water, and they have to jump on all that stuff and they fall? It's
Oh,
really
So
funny.
Like
Wipeout
Elliot,
or
Wipeout,
Gladiators?
Wipeout.
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 Oh, Wipeout. Oh, I'm not hip.
I love watching that too.
It's so hilarious. You have to Google Wipeout. You're gonna cry
Oh
laughing.
wow. Okay, we'll have to look into that.
Okay, Gio, you next.
Just probably from my childhood, The Price is Right. You know, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Gio.
What? What's wrong with Price is Right?
Is that the thing where you pull that thing and it comes down and it
Yeah, the
turns?
wheel. You got to get 100, and
Oh
you
God.
get prizes, and you play these little games, and you outbid people and get real shady, like bid
Yeah.
a dollar above them.
Right? What's the
Wow.
lowest bid?
Right.
Okay, well, price is
Seven oh
right.
Right,
one.
right. I think I would want to do the Bachelor.
No,
I want to be on the Bachelor.
nice.
Okay, I can. I don't know why, but I can see that.
Yeah.
I want to be on. I'm still looking. Where y'all at? Where y'all
You want to
at?
be a contestant, or you want to be the
I can see
bachelor?
that. I can see that.
Oh, you said if it was a contestant show, I would do a Family Feud.
Okay,
Okay.
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 I'm
I love
competitive.
Oh yeah, I love me some Steve Harvey
Yeah.
too. Please put me on your team.
Um,
I'll
before
be
I
a
go
little.
into today's topic, I want to shout out the viewers. What's up, Young Wolf, Elijah, Ed, Edward? What's up, Mocha? What's going on? Diopolis, what's going on? What's up with
What's up,
y'all?
everybody?
Appreciate you guys for viewing.
We
So,
definitely do.
as you guys know, today's topic is what about friends? So, in this session, we would discuss the different fundamentals of what friendships mean to us and the importance of friendship. Um, so, when you hear the term friendship, Geo, what comes to mind?
Three things: honesty, being non-judgmental, and trustworthiness.
I like that.
Shay, what about you?
Communication, unconditional, and loyal.
Love it.
I have to second that. I would say loyalty, trustworthiness, and committed.
I like committed.
Good. Yeah, I like
Sheena.
committed too.
Committed.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say loyalty, communication, trustworthiness, and fun. I like for friendships to be fun.
I like that.
Yes, I love
Yeah,
fun.
I
Fun.
like that too.
That should just naturally be a part of any friendship.
Right.
Right.
If you're
But
not
I
having
mean,
fun
it
with your
depends on
friend,
the
why are we even
person. Some
talking?
people are very serious, you know. Some people,
Yeah.
This is true. This is true.
yeah.
What are some of the people saying down there?
Oh, go ahead,
See
Jill.
some. No, I was just reading some of the comments. If you
Looking
want
at
to
the
put some
comments.
Let's go to the comments and see what they saying over here. Let's see. Young Wolf said, "Hello, what's up, man? What's going on?" Elijah, what's up? Edward said, "Come on, outfits." Mocha said she checking in. It says, "The office isn't Sheena your friend that sings?" It is. You don't have to sing a note.
Oh God.
Yep, that's her.
funny.
Young Wolf said he loves Wipeout.
Yay.
Mocha said she like ridiculousness and Family Feud. Okay, that's what's
Okay.
up. Elijah said yes, indeed. Diapolis agreed with Geo. Mocha said bonding, togetherness, and loyalty. Oh, that's some good one.
That's
She
good.
also
Yeah.
said consistency is major too.
Absolutely.
And
Definitely.
yeah, they totally agree with this. So yeah, we appreciate that. Friendships to me, I always say friendships is friends are put in your life for a reason and a season. And I think sometimes we get friendship mixed up because we try to take spring friends into fall. And we have to understand that, friendships are only for a particular season and a reason. I do believe you have your lifelong friends, of course, but everybody that you start with, you may not end with. And me personally, just with friends, I treat my friends like my family members. I actually don't even acknowledge them as friends. I either acknowledge them like a brother or my sister or something like that. Um, but I'm big when it comes to friendship. But there has been times where it's been difficult and things like that. I think one thing that I learned from all of you guys is really understanding. You have to understand one another. Really get to know the person, like any relationship. You have to the same amount of time you put into a relationship, the same amount of time you put into a friendship. You have to
Yeah.
you have to get to know a person and not necessarily date, but you have to certain trials and
Right.
tribulations also prove what a friend is and who a friend are. Um, so yeah, it's been I would say my friendship, my circle, I'm grateful for them. It's friends that I talk to, and it's friends that I don't talk to all the time. But when we talk, it's like we never missed a beat. Um, so friendships is really near and dear to me. But there's times where friendships haven't been the best. So let's start with that. Let's have there ever been a friend that was in your life that's no longer in your life that meant so much to you, or has there been a friend that um, you had a falling out with that you made amends with and all that? Gio, let's talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. I think the thing that always is interesting to me is like you build these relationships with people, and you feel like this person's gonna be around for a long time, and then the stupidest shit happens, right? And all of a sudden, they're like, they flip out, and then they start blocking and doing all that stuff. I'm like, what the? All the things we've been through, like this one incident is what makes you walk away. It baffles my mind sometimes, like especially when I know that in my friendships, I tend to be pretty loyal. And like, for example, like I know someone who was actually talking about me behind my back, and I wrote it off because I knew our friendship meant more than that particular situation. But the minute an issue came up where I said something that they didn't like about their past relationship, I brought it up, and then they were like, I'm done with this. Like, I can't no more. I'm like, what? Like, you were talking behind my back, like, and then you lied about it when I confronted you. Anyway, it's just crazy how people can be with friendships. So, Sheena, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I've had a time with that. I had a friend of 20 years, over 20 years. We like grew up in the same apartment and everything together. And my whole thing is when you have friends, I don't expect for you to be the same person you were in your 20s, your 30s, or your 40s, right? We change. And we evolve. And and that's a part of it. So to find out after 20 years of being friends with someone, they could say something like, I haven't been my authentic self in our friendship, and I honestly didn't know how to take that. I still to this day don't even know what that means. But I felt like it was something that we had to let it go because I didn't know who I've been friends with then. What are you talking about? So it was very difficult. But what I've learned is sometimes people are who they are, and they'll show you who they are. And I've had to learn over the years that what makes me think that it wouldn't be my turn. And what I mean by that is I would hear her say things about her friends, or she would do things like, oh, I'm not talking to so and so, I'm not even answering the phone for her. I'm like, well, does she know why you're upset with her? No, I don't feel like I have to tell her. She should know. I'm like, well, maybe you should tell her what's going on. So when she did it to me, I said, oh, okay, this is it. I'm not about to play this game with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even talk to me and tell me what's going on. I'm not about to play this game with you. Cut it off after 20 years. Some people would say, oh, well, that was a long time. Why'd you guys throw it away? It wasn't worth it to me. Because if I don't know who I've been friends with for 20 years, I ain't about to go 21 years. Go on with that. We good. I wish her all the best, but it just didn't work out.
So let me ask you this. Do you still think about her?
Of course, we still have mutual friends, on social media and all that stuff. Our families are like family because we have been friends for so long, right?
Wow.
So, but it's just what it is. I wish her all the best. I don't wish her no ill will. I actually just went to a birthday party of her cousins, and I'm pretty sure she was going to come, but I left before she came. But the point is, we still have a lot of mutual friends. But yeah, I wish her all the best. But that really hurt me to know that she could say something like she haven't been her authentic self in our friendship. And I still don't know what that means. I didn't know how to take
So
that.
my question to you is why, I feel like and this is just me being, thinking out loud.
Yeah.
If that had been a boyfriend that you had been in relationship with for 23 years, would it have been that easy for you to pack up and leave? Or would you have taken the time to understand where he was coming from if he had said, I haven't really been my authentic self with you these 23 years?
Well, the thing of it is, it was levels to it. She had stopped talking to me and I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was going on. It was weeks, months had went past and she wasn't answering the phone. But again, she was treating me like she treated the rest of her friends, and I'm not about to play that game with her.
Okay,
I feel like we have been friends long enough where you can talk to me.
So you had reached out, but she
it led up to this. It wasn't like one day she said she couldn't be herself, but she had been acting weird. I'm like, is everything okay? What's going on?
I get it.
It sounds like she's done this plenty times before.
So to me, it wasn't worth it. 20 years, 27 years, 31 years.
I get it.
But yeah, thanks for asking though. But yeah,
I get it.
I
was playing the devil's advocate.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, so now what about you, Shay? Same question.
So you know what? Friendship is one of those things that just recently, within the past 2 years, I had lost a very close friend of mine. I can fortunately say I have never lost a friend. We've had disagreements. We've had our woes in life. But for me to lose a friend, I've never lost a friend until, like I said, 2 years ago. And it was off of a miscommunication. Mm-hmm. In the beginning, I'm an Aries, so I'm bullheaded. I didn't care. I'll put it in the best terms of that. Kevin communicated with me many times to talk it out. And in my head, I felt if I didn't do anything wrong, I'm not reaching out to you. You can kiss my ass. Period. That's how I felt, friend or no friend. But I had to realize a year later that if someone tells you you offended them, it's not for you to say you didn't offend them. It's for you to apologize and try to get some communication going on.
Absolutely.
And so I did. I reached out to her. It didn't really do anything during that time that I reached out to her. I said, hey, blah blah blah. She said, hey, blah blah blah. And then it went silent. And I saw her a couple of times because we do have a mutual friend. My best friend is her best friend, and I met her through my best friend. So she automatically became my best friend by default, just because that my best friend was her best friend. So we developed this relationship, but the mutual friend we had continued to have things where we both was in the same place at the same time. And eventually, I recently seen her, and she was really standoffish. And I remember that night I called Kevin on my way home, and I was like, you know what? F her. I ain't talking to her no more. I ain't speaking to her no more. I ain't got shit to say to her no more. Because I'm not into ass kissing. I'm not finna do that. If I don't reached out to you several times and you refuse to acknowledge me reaching out to you, then you can kiss my ass, and I'm gonna keep it moving. And eventually, we just recently had a conversation, and our conversation was really, I believe, very heartfelt. I believe that it was a miscommunication. During that communication, she definitely told me, like, I was angry that I missed you. I missed you so much that I was angry at myself because I loved you more than you think I did. And I believed her, and I loved her too, but I was just like, our communication, that's why I asked you that, because I think sometimes, and not you, but I think sometimes we will dedicate that love to a relationship, but feel like a friendship, we're not ever supposed to have a disagreement, and we're not supposed to invest in that friendship, and that's not true. You have to invest in your friends just as much as you invest in your lovers, because again, if
Exactly.
you giving your lovers all these opportunities to get right. What's to say that my friend and I aren't going to have a disagreement? Kevin and I, when I say we have all the disagreements in the world, but it has never gotten to a point where I was like, I'm done with him. I won't talk to him no more. In the story, because we'll come together and we'll talk about it and we'll get it together. So friendship is really truly based off of communication. And once you cut that line of communication, it's a dead friendship.
Yeah, but even more than communication, though, is just sometimes people aren't honest with who they are, and and it just spills over, and they want to blame other people. People don't want to take accountability, for the changes that they have made or not made or whatever, and it's always everybody else's fault. So I think it's important to be accountable for your role in a friendship too. But much like you, we went through that too. We had a heartfelt conversation, thought we had gotten over it, and it came back again. She wasn't answering the phone again. You know what I mean? So I still to this day can't tell you exactly what it is. But I don't have the energy.
I
Right.
get
You know what
it.
I'm saying?
'Cause
'Cause I know I'm good to people. So
exactly.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You know who you are, and you know what
yeah.
you bring to the table.
Yeah.
And I've been friends with my best friend for over 20 years. And granted, we ain't had no easy road. We had our disagreements. We had our ups and downs, and when she was mad at me and I was mad at her.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, who doesn't have a friend like that? And I don't want no friend that I'm always getting along with.
Exactly. Or can't tell me, can't tell me the truth. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
one thing about me. I
And
tell my
especially
friends,
when you have a strong personality.
I am not a yes friend. Like, I'm going to tell you the shit that you don't want to hear
Yes.
because I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not going to be like, you over here doing lines of coke and acting stupid. I'm going to tell you that shit's stupid. I'm just going to tell you. I'm not going to be like, yes, yeah, go in. No, I'm like, that's some dumb
You'll
shit.
be shocked at how many people want a yes friend.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
true.
Be shocked.
Wow.
You hit the nail on the head.
Let's go into to the comments. Let's see. Mocha said it's important to have genuine friends. Growth. Let's see. Young Wolf said friendship is about brotherhood and sisterhood. I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
Marcus said communication is key. Ashton said friendship should never uh, be buried under weight of a misunderstanding. Is this really a friend? I'm with Shay. I ain't kissing no ass.
Period.
He said exactly. Communication is key. Um, he said good friends talk about you in your face, and good friends behind your back. Wow,
That's real. It's a word.
that's deep. Michelle said, "What up, y'all? Friendship to me is having patience, understanding, also listening. I had to learn that myself. Friendships can be seasonal, This is what I spoke about earlier.
Yeah, it's true.
Mocha says sometimes people can outgrow each other, and that doesn't make it bad. It's imperative to be aware of the type of company you um, keep and energy you entertain.
Oh,
So
definitely.
that goes in line what I'm about to talk about. So so I had this friend who I thought was a brother. I actually was his best man in his wedding, his first wedding, and it was. I, I thought I was the best person that I can be. I was sincere. I didn't always feel like I was getting that back. So we had I don't know, a mishap. We had one mishap where we stopped talking for a period of time. I really couldn't even tell you what it was about. I really don't know. So we talked about it, got back cool. Um, he was very, they are a good person, but just not a good person for me.
Mhm.
And the second time, I don't know what happened. We just, communication just ceased. And I was really bothered by it. I was especially bothered by it considering nothing had transpired. And I every night I would go to sleep thinking like, did I say the wrong thing? Did I do the wrong thing? What did I do? And I thought, and somebody told me maybe it wasn't you. Sometimes God moved people out your life for a reason. So we would still casually text like nothing would go on. And so like this past year, scrolling on Facebook, and I found out they were getting married again. And that really solidified my friendship. It wasn't a fact, it was the fact that I didn't even know nothing about that they were, starting their second marriage. And Shay and I talked about it. And at this point, it's like I have no malice. We had known each other for a very, very long time. I was the best man of his wedding. So I actually feel I can go to sleep at night. If the opportunity presented itself for us to be cool, I'm never gonna say never, but I would decline that. Like, you don't give people three chances to just jump in and out your life like that. You know what I mean? So I always wish them well, but as far as us, the brotherhood we had, I kind of like it the way it is. You know what I mean? And I kind of agree with you, Sheena, when you said enough is enough. You know, do I feel like they was 100% genuine with me? No. And if I did something to them, it was never discussed like, well, hey man, you said the wrong thing to me. I never tried to hit on their dates or do any of that. I was very loyal. And yeah, so when it comes to friendship, I take that to heart. Unfortunately, everybody don't do the same. Um, so yeah, what question you have for us, Sheena?
Oh, yikes.
Well, that's unfortunate that it ended that way.
Hey, what's
I
up,
feel like
Carl?
everyone is owed an opportunity to explain themselves or correct a mistake.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah,
it really
yeah,
matters to you, you're owed that opportunity. And if someone doesn't give you that opportunity, then you have to just do what's best for you.
yeah. And that's the weird
So,
part. We didn't have any. I could see if we had some words or falling out or something that would make me say, "Oh, that's the root of it."
Right.
But we
right.
didn't have anything. Last time I saw them, they came to a birthday function I had. We were still text. I remember when I graduated with my master's, they sent a long text message saying that I was their role model or stuff like that. But I'm like, okay, role
Mm,
model. But
I
yeah,
think it could have been all of that, but sometimes, like you said, God removed people out of your life for whatever reason. Doesn't mean that what He said or did in the past wasn't true and genuine.
yeah, yeah,
It just means that, like you said, everyone isn't made to go to the next stop. And some
yeah.
people
exactly.
get off the bus before it's your turn to get off the bus. And it's okay. It
Yeah, it's
don't gotta
okay.
be no beef. It don't gotta be no
Nope,
ill malice.
it's
It
not.
just means that you're not going to the same destination as me. And wherever your destination may lead you,
I
it
wish you
doesn't
will.
mean that your road may not cross my road again.
Yeah,
It just means that you ain't going to getting off on the stop that I'm getting off on. And
for
we good.
sure. Yeah, I still love them for sure. But
Most
it's just
definitely.
you learn to love people from afar, though.
Most
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, it can just be draining, especially when things are one sided. You know, if you feel
Exactly.
like you're always the one trying to mend things, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know. So let me see. If you had to teach something in your friendship or relationship, what would you teach?
Ooh.
Shay. Hey,
Mm.
girl.
That's a good one right there.
I would teach authenticity, being authentic, pretty much.
Okay.
Um, I think a lot of times it's hard for people to be authentic and be themselves and say stuff that is really may not be what they want the other person wants to hear, but the truth. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we kind of sugarcoat or try to save people's, feelings by not being authentic.
Mhm.
And I would try to, because I'm authentic with my friends, whether, what I'm saying, like I said, Kevin, my best friend, I might not say everything they want to hear, but I'm very authentic with who I am. I don't change. I don't waver. I've been this way ever since they've met me. And I think that is so important to just be authentic.
I agree. Thank you. Very true. Yeah. Kevin, what about you?
I think for me, I would teach loyalty. Um, and I think all of you guys can attest to this. I'm very loyal, and even my family, and sometimes they have to say, "Look, you have to slow down. You try to do everything," and I try to be there for every single person, every event, every if you haven't somebody pass away, I want to be there to show support. You get married, whatever I can do to help or make the load easier, I'm always there. Even though I don't always get that back in return. But the good thing about me is that I genuinely do it. And when you do it for your heart, you don't worry about doing what the next person do for you. But somebody had to put me to the side and say, you got to treat people like they treat you. You don't just want to be a doormat for people either. And last year, I told myself, like, what, I'm gonna start treating people how they treat me. And I think a lot of people felt that because the things that I was doing, I had stopped. I realized I'm always giving, 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 and my count is I can't make a withdraw because you never put nothing in it. So it's always negative. So I can't withdraw. But you can withdraw because I'm always putting. But when it's time
Positing,
for me to,
absolutely.
yeah. So when I'm withdrawing, I'm always depositing. So when it's time for me to withdraw, you didn't deposit nothing, so I can't take nothing out. So yeah, I would most definitely teach loyalty for sure.
I like that.
You,
I'll answer it for myself. I'm gonna say love. I am the friend. I'm so lovable.
yeah,
I'm
you are.
so I love everybody,
Yeah.
and I want to. I like for people to get along. I'm a Libra, so I like for I want people to get along and stuff like that. But I can remember a long time ago. The friend that I'm telling you guys about, I would always say I love you. Like we get off the phone, okay, I love you, bye. She would hang up for like 3 years straight because she wasn't used to that. She would
Wow.
never say it back. But that's just who I am. But then eventually she did, and then it was normal. But she has a different background. She's from her family's from a different background. They're just different. Her mother was really stern, and things like that. So she wasn't used to that. A friend telling me she loved me and bye, she would hang up like, I ain't telling her I love, like that. But then it came natural. My siblings the same way. My mom too. I'm gonna always love you. Love you. Okay, I love you. Okay, I love y'all. Okay, love y'all. That's
Mhm.
me. I'm lovable. I love for things to be smooth, energy to be good. And if I could teach anything, it would just be to accept people and just love on them.
Can we
I think there's nothing wrong
normalize
with that.
telling people you love them and not be taken the wrong way? Like
I know. I
it's
agree.
crazy.
Yeah. What about you,
Like I be wanting
Gia?
to tell people I love them, and it's like and I second guess myself. I'm like, wait, if I say that, they might think something
Oh
else.
yeah, they may
I
say, "Oh,
can't help it. I don't know. I be telling y'all that when we leave, and I'm like, okay, I love y'all. I love y'all. I missed y'all. I love y'all. I can't help it.
I
And
think
we
sometimes
love y'all
people
too.
have been hurt and they've heard I love you, so they don't take it for face value anymore.
hmm
It may not be that they're not used to it. It just may be that they've been hurt by so many people that said they love them that
Mhm.
they it's almost kind of like it's not authentic anymore. It's just like, oh, okay, you say you love me, whatever. Okay, bye. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, no, like I literally would do
She
anything for
don't mean it.
anybody, and Kevin know that. Kevin know I
Right,
do anything for
right.
anybody. You know that to be fact. He tell me all the time, like, you way too nice. I'm like, I'm really not that nice. I just, if I see something that can be, if I can be used as a vessel, I don't mind. You can't use me.
Amen. Come on,
You know what I'm saying?
vessel.
You can't use me. I'm gonna do what I can do.
Amen.
You know, and that's that. I'm not the person that'll let you borrow money if I don't have it. If I gave it to you, it's because I could afford to, and if you never give it back, then that's okay. You know what I
Can I
mean?
borrow
Mhm.
$50?
Yeah, I'm about to cash out you right now. Put it towards me some hers and hers.
Hey, let's go to the comments real quick. What's going on? What's up, Carlton? What's going on? Welcome. Marcus said, when people show you who they are, accept it. Sometimes we dwell on things we have no control over. That's facts, bro. Carlton said, everybody can go where God is taking you. Oh, everybody can't go where God is taking you.
Amen.
Carlos.
I agree. Elijah said, I feel this because I went through this recently and I'm okay. Because they was never a friend, and they really show after the death of my mother this past beginning of the year of COVID, and no sincere or no concern of my feelings. So you have to let them go. So we want to send our condolences to you
Most definitely.
for the
Definitely,
passing of your mother.
Elijah. So sorry to hear that.
Michelle said, friendship is another form of a relationship. This is true. You can teach people how to treat you, but will we pay attention whether they're being acceptable to be taught?
Mhm.
Ooh.
Wow.
Amen.
Amen.
Vicky, I
Let's
think
talk
Vicky
about
like to
this.
see me run around. I think she just like to see me run around.
You said you might want a spirit, huh? Hey, we ain't gonna play with that. You know, he'll show up on us.
When I say,
We
and
ain't
you
gonna-
won't be able to get it, you can't do it together. You better stop playing with God.
Okay.
Elijah said, I love y'all for real. The most positive message and realness, and the fact that it's so true. Michelle said yes. And Elijah said, thank you for all that. Yeah, we have our sincere, your family are in our thoughts and prayers as well. So since you guys mentioned friendship and money, what do you guys think about money and friendships?
Can you be
Like
more specific? What do you mean?
Right.
like borrowing money in friendships. What are your perspective about? For me personally,
I don't care.
that's one thing I don't like to really. Friendships and money can ruin a lot of different things, and friendships is one. Um, I have a certain amount that I would give to any friend. It doesn't matter if I have more or not. It's just that if I don't get it, then hey, I chunk it up as a loss. You know, because I don't never want to fall out over friends. But I think friends and money is one of those things that makes me nervous because you know I don't think people really understand. Like, so I normally give things. You know, if you say you're going to pay me back, okay, but I always chunk it up as a loss in case you don't. But at the point you don't get it back, can you still be friends with a person that act like they never, just ignore the fact that they borrow money from you and they
Well, I
just
think
acting
it's
as
a
if
limit
they.
on it
You
to
said
me.
what?
I think it's a limit. Like, you could ask me to borrow $20 and never pay me back, and I'm not gonna end my friendship over that.
Right.
You know, like, I mean, hell, I could even take it to $100, and we're not gonna end our friendship over that.
Yeah.
Would I be upset with you? Yeah. But I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm not gonna be your friend anymore because you owe me $100. No, I'm just gonna be like, look, I'm not loaning you no more money. But when it gets to the fact where you're talking hundreds of dollars, and I say, hey, you say, well, can I borrow 1,000 or can I borrow 5, and I don't get it back? Yeah, yeah. It depends. It depends on who it is. If you didn't give me back $500, I would know that you needed it, so we wouldn't even go to that extent. But it just depends on the friend. I really feel like it's just a friend. It's yeah, it would be the friend for me.
Yeah.
I think again what Sheena said earlier about when you give it you don't expect it in return kind of, and I feel like you should never put yourself in a position where you're at a loss if this person never pays you back. If you're doing that, then you're already doing too much, and if you get burned, then partially it's your own fault because you should never jeopardize your own well-being and situation for somebody else's unfortunate situation. So I just gave money to somebody this week. because they needed help.
Right.
And that's fine. And then if I never get it back, I never get it back. My friendship won't change, but you'll never get another dollar from me. I'm just
I don't blame you.
but I mean, I know what it is to struggle. I know what it is to be without and need help and have to ask for help. And I know
Exactly.
pride is such a hard thing for people to put to the side. So anyone who has the courage, in most cases, because some people it's no thing to them, but to ask you and it's not something common for them, I'm
Really
gonna help
need it.
you. Like
Yeah,
I got
Exactly.
you.
Most
Like, especially if I
definitely.
really consider you to be a friend. So
absolutely. So for me, I think it's more of a respect factor. Like if you respect our friendship and you know you owe me money, you would definitely pay me back. You know what I mean? So I would say, like I said, I'll help anybody. I'll help you as much as I can without hurting myself, or even at that. Sometimes it may be hurting me, but I'm not gonna tell you that because then you probably ain't gonna take it, right? But you know, yeah, I think it's more so about the leverage and the respect and the friendship. You, if you lend somebody some money, if somebody was nice enough to share with you, you should definitely want to pay them back. You never know if you may need them again, right?
Well, people take advantage of you. I don't care if it's $10. If I gave you some money and you just fail to acknowledge that I gave you money and you calling me every day and you going, I see you getting your hair cut buying Jordans and you doing this and to me, I just feel like that's disrespectful.
That's what I said. It's a respect thing.
It's
Yeah,
like you a slap in the face, like you just saying, "Oh, fuck you," because you're my friend. I know you got it. It's not the point. The principle is I
I
gave
extended
you
myself to
something
you. Yeah.
and it wasn't given back. Or if I give you $100, well, I'll just go and buy you some piston tickets. No, you don't. You don't try to tell me what you're gonna do to amount up. No, I gave you 100. I want 100 back. I don't want no piston tickets. But some people like that. You get them $100 or get them something, and they'll pay you back the way they want to.
Ooh.
Or I go, yeah, let's go out to dinner, and I just pay this meal $70, and I didn't give you a meal. I gave you some green. I want some green back.
that they
Right.
ate on too.
And if I cash out, you send me 102.
100. There you go.
For the fees, them fees. I need my money in 24 hours. I don't want to wait till Thursday.
Right, right, because then it's gonna be interest. You know, I mean, credit card companies charge interest. Well, we can't charge interest. You waiting months and months and months. But nah.
I think it's the person. I'm not that serious with money. I think money comes and goes. We all don't know where we're going. Some of us are in great positions right now. I believe all four of us on here are in amazing positions. I don't I don't invest that much in money. I feel like, you my friend, you asked for it. Any one of you could ask me to borrow $20 today. And whether it was my last or if I had an extra $1 million, if you didn't pay me back, I don't care. I'm not
We
gonna lose
never,
no sleep
we,
over it.
we didn't have an
Right,
issue with it. We're just expressing how,
right. Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying.
I don't have an issue with sharing anything.
Yeah.
Let's go to the comments. Let's see. Mocha said they don't mix. I 100% agree. Let's see. She said it depends on the friend and our history.
Hmm.
Uh, the loan can be ignored if the obligation was acknowledged. Well said. Carlton said I've cut off folks for not paying me back. Had a friend recently borrowed $20 so he can get to work. Damn, so you could have won for the
Don't
20.
play with Carlton. You hear me?
Mocha said it's the friend for me. Elijah said I do agree with Gio on this matter. Carlton said him not knowing I gave him my last. He said he would pay me back, but didn't, so it's a loss. Wow.
Oh, Carlton.
Mocha said, "Fuck that, pay me."
Come on, Mocha.
Okay, but Elijah said, "If they're your true friend, you pay back and more, and that's facts." I agree, bro. Michelle said, "Once you put borrowing or loaning, that friend in which we look to as a sister or brother should know to give it back without asking."
Yes, and
Amen.
absolutely, Mickey.
Carlton said it's the principle because anything can happen to where you might need that money back. I 100% agree. But then you have the friends that they might pay you back, but they just every other week, hey, can I get this? And that becomes a nuisance too. Yeah, you are
Yeah.
paying it back, but damn, since this pandemic, every place is hiring. It's like, brother, you might want to,
I'm not your loan shark, right?
right. What question you have for us, Jill?
I'm just curious how you guys would define these different types of friends. So I guess I'll just throw them randomly to people. So acquaintance, Sheena, what's an acquaintance to you?
Someone that I've had some conversation with, and I may not know them. Getting
So
to know
not considered
someone.
a friend in any way. Just
No, I don't know them much, but I talk to anybody. I don't know any strangers.
so stranger, just
No, I'm on the plane talking to people. I just like, hey, how you doing? Where you going? Oh, that's nice.
that's nice. You made him acquaintance level. That's nice.
Yeah.
All right, Shay, friend. So I do have close friend and best friend coming up. So just friend, someone who's just a friend.
Someone who I casually speak with, I share things with, but not too in depth. We go out to lunch, my family, surface level.
Like a coworker, maybe?
Nah.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
So we went to lunch together. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some of my coworkers are like friends. Like we talk about stuff, that we both know about, but like I'm not going to hang out with you. I'm not, we're not going.
Right. So me, a friend I'll hang out with, casually have lunch with, you, like I said, my family, but surface level. And you don't know any of my personal business besides I got a boyfriend, I drive a Honda, and I stay in Southfield. That's it.
Somewhere over there in Southfield.
Yeah. Surface
have the
level,
address.
everything. That's a friend. They surface level.
Exactly.
All right. Mr. Bearded, what do you consider a close friend?
Not a best friend, a close friend.
Close friend.
Okay, so to me, a close friend is a level under a best friend. I think they know a lot about you. They know you. And I think with a close friend, I think it's years. That's how I define a best friend and a close friend, because both have the number of years, but I think close friend, it just depends on the experiences and what you've been through with them.
So what's the difference for a best friend for you? From close friend to best friend, what has one over the other?
A best friend know me in and out. A best friend to me is somebody that I can always depend on. A close friend is somebody that I can depend on, but it's kind of difficult. So a close friend is we're close. Sometimes you can be a close friend by default. You could be a friend of a best friend. And because we're best friends and you best friends, we now become close friends because we have the same commonality. But a best friend knows any and everything about you. You know they're going to be there. You can put them down as emergency contact and everything. And the best friend I look at as a family member. Close friends is just we're close friends, but my best friend is my brother or my sister. Yeah.
Nice. And for me, best friend, I have a best friend. Her name is Caricia. And what makes her a best friend to me, first of all, the years are there, so that we got that lockdown. But also, it's like there isn't a schedule to when we talk. We just talk when we, feel the need to reach out to each other. And when we do, it's like no time has passed.
Right.
And she knows everything about me. I'm not afraid. I don't have to hold anything back, or I don't want to tell her that. I can be open and honest and transparent. And so, and we've never really had an issue. Like we've never really fallen out for anything. So that's my definition of a best friend. So
I love it. So for me, a best friend, I just feel like they have your best interest at heart. They want the best for you. The experiences are the best. The conversation is the best. And we just find ways to build each other up.
Amen.
No matter what, no matter what that may be. So yeah.
Amen.
yeah.
And then also too, like best friends, they know your family, their family, you call their mom, or they look at you as a son, and your family look at them as a sister or brother. That also plays a major role in it as well.
Some other things too.
Agreed.
I'm bouncing to Shay. They notice the little things about you. They can look at you and know when you're not right. Like they know you that well. They also show up when it matters, and they follow up on things.
Absolutely. I love it.
Shay, best friend for you.
Me. Period.
Period.
No, a best friend actually is a soup of everything mixed that you guys just named, and some. A best friend is, like you said, a person that can peep when you're not feeling good. Whether it's you physically not feeling good or you mentally not feeling good. Definitely know your family. Definitely can call your mom, and you call their mom, and they know your kids and experiences that you guys have been through. My best friend, we delivered at the same hospital. We had the same OBGYN. We was a month pregnant from each other. We
I love
graduated
it.
from the same college. We went, or not from the same college, but we graduated the same year, the year after that. We was dorm mates. We had the same. We had one was the boyfriend, and the other one was the cousin to the boyfriend. So we had so many different experiences in life where we just transitioned in and out and in and out, and we can sit and we can laugh about all of the nights we drank and drove. So and did all the bad stuff we wasn't supposed to.
Right.
But it's the experience for me that a best friend is going to bring those moments that are unforgettable, unforgivable, and just laughter all the way through.
Love it.
I just
So,
want to switch real quick. So, what do you guys just give me one thing that a bad friend does? Bearded. One thing that a
um,
bad friend does.
competition. I don't think there should be
Come on, man, you
competition
took my
amongst friends.
word.
I'm sorry.
You took my word.
Competition. Like,
I'm thinking something's wrong.
you have friends, and I'm the kind of person where, as I steadily climb the ladder, I want my friends to climb the ladder too. I don't want to be steady, moving through my career and going to a different place, and you still in the same place. So I'm always that friend. Come on, you got this. Let's do this. And you buy a home, I'm there. I'm the first one there. If you need something, I'm there. You get a car, I'm happy for you because I'm the kind of friend I brag on my friends. So I'm never in a competitive. I have a competitive spirit as far as things, but when it comes to friendship, I don't play that. It shouldn't be about competition, and that's a bad trait as a friend for me.
All right.
Shay,
Um, I
put
they
your own spin
lie.
on it.
They lie. That's all I can think
Okay.
of. Yeah.
Okay. That's a big one.
Yeah, it's huge.
Sheena, what about you? A bad friend.
Yeah, negative, just negative. Just all every time you
Mm,
talk to them, there's always something wrong. There's always something going on. I mean, it's just they just never having a good day.
Wow.
That's just a Debbie
okay.
Downer. It can be a
Yes.
lot. It's draining.
Right.
It
Right.
could change the mood of you could go from having a good day to a bad day when you're talking to a bad friend.
Very true.
They kill your vibe, right?
It's just nothing. You think they just lost their parents or something when you answer the phone. Voice all down and everything. I just don't like those kind of folks. It drives
Right.
me
Right.
crazy.
Right.
That's a bad friend to me.
And for me, I'm gonna say the friendship is one-sided. Like you're always there. How are you feeling? What's going on? They're sick. You're checking in on them. But when something happens to you or you're not doing well, baby, it's crickets.
Oh,
So
Right.
that's real.
one-sided, or just you're for me, like I'm always asking questions. I'm a conversationalist. So at times I feel like if I feel like I'm interviewing you, then it's wrong. It's wrong. So one-sided for me.
Oh, all of those were good, guys. Yeah.
And it all boils down to communication, just like as if you're in a relationship. If you offend somebody, or if I said something or did something to you, what about pulling them to the side and say, "Hey, what you said offended me." It's like people don't even want to have conversations, and I'm the kind of person I could talk about anything, things that's uncomfortable to me, anything. But again, communication goes both ways. That's in a relationship, friendship, whatever you have, and it means something to you. Communication is always key. And I feel like 90% of the times people fall out in friendship is due to lack of communication. It can
Yep.
be something trivial, but because two people stubborn or a person decide not to pick up the phone, you text something. As you know, texting, we put our own spin on it, so you can always misconstrue what somebody's saying instead of just being an adult about it and picking up the phone and say, hey, I know this, you was kind of feeling this way. I'm just trying to see what's going on. And then they tell you, you apologize, I love you, and just move forward. But sometimes people just drag it on and stuff.
And it comes with growth, it comes with growth,
It
Right.
definitely comes with growth.
so
Let's go
it
to the
depends
comments.
on how long you want to wait.
Right. Right. Mocha said a friend is a pew buddy.
What's that?
What's a pew buddy? What's up, Monty?
Random
What's
in
going
church.
on? Monty said a close friend can be a former best friend also.
Mm,
Okay.
I like that.
I like that.
Okay.
Emotion.
Elijah said, now a best friend know you, period. I believe that. Let's see. Carlton said, best friends know me like my grandma. Been through many experiences with you, good and bad, and I can share anything with her without judgment, but with pure understanding. Amen.
I like it.
I always feel like we going to church when we come on here because I feel like everybody always dropping that word. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Michelle said, I think all those forms of friendships, all those are forms of friendship. Sometime has been all of them, which is called building towards something: acquaintances, friends, close friends, best friends, and bad
Bad
friends.
friend.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Carlton said, bad friends, motor mouth, and a negative
Negative
Nancy.
Nancy. Absolutely. I'm with you,
Yes.
Carlton. For sure, Carlton.
Elijah said, bad friends is everything that we said. Mocha said, a best friend is one of your biggest life supporters. You grow with each other, share deep secrets, and hold each other down through thick and thin. Wow,
Yep.
That's
That's
nice.
deep. That's a good one.
That
Yeah.
is a good one.
Carlton said, bad friend, someone you can't share your dreams with while they're living a nightmare. Ooh.
Ooh. Come on,
Hold
Carlton.
on. Wait. I felt.
I'm
Look, I
about to
felt
send him that
goosebumps.
$20 that he ain't get back. He all right with me.
Hey, look, I'm gonna send it with you. So you got 40 coming.
You all right
Carlton,
with
drop
me,
your cash
Carlton?
app.
I like that word. Mocha said, the best friend love is unconditional and consistent and never dims. They encourage you to be the best version of yourself.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Elijah said, amen. That was a word, wasn't it, bro? Mocha said, a pew buddy is the person you sit next to every Sunday, but the relationship never leaves the sanctuary.
Oh, a pew. Okay, church.
The
church
pew, yeah,
pew.
I
Okay,
got you.
it. I was like, what? Okay,
Right.
thank you, Mocha.
Gotcha. LOL. That's funny. Question for you guys. What is one thing in a friendship that you feel you can uh, be better at as a friend? I'll start. Uh, I think I can do better listening more. I think, and understanding that when somebody call you, or they not always calling you for advice. Sometimes they just need that a listening ear. So you don't have to always comment. You have to differentiate the difference between when they want your solicited advice or when they just want to call you just to vent. So for me, I can get better at listening. What about you, Gio?
That's a good one. I think now I'm keeping 100. Like, I think something that I could be better at is being less judgmental. Like, sometimes the shit I hear, I'm just like, are you serious? And I know that can be off-putting to some people if I initially have a bad reaction, but I've learned to kind of give them poker face and just like, oh, okay. But definitely, I definitely, I strive to do that just in general because I'm just learning as I get older that the world moves differently than the way that we see it. You know what I mean? It moves different for everybody. And just because we have our understanding of it doesn't mean it's the only way or the right way. People do things differently, and we have to be more open-minded to other situations and circumstances. Though we wouldn't probably do the same things, but understanding that it's why someone would do that, is important for me. Anyway, random. Shay, go.
I think I can be better at my patience. I lack patience probably in every area of my life. My friends, I get agitated quick. And I don't shut down physically, but I shut down emotionally where I don't want to hear. I kind of can be there, but I'm not listening because I get so frustrated. So I got to learn patience.
Okay. When you say frustrated, is it what maybe some things they can do better in, or they just getting on your nerves, or you?
I think um sometimes people can do things that they think they're making the right decision, and I think, for me personally, I know they're not,
Hmm.
and I get frustrated because I think they know that they're
Yeah.
not making the right decision, but they continue to do the same thing that is not getting anywhere.
Okay.
So I get frustrated mentally and I start
Gotcha.
to internalize it. So my patience, kind of can show maybe, or my irritation can show, because I know that they're capable of more than what they're doing.
Right.
But I don't think they're tapping into it. So I get frustrated. I need to learn that again, like Gio said, some people do things the way they do them.
Yeah.
And everyone's not going to think the way I think. And I mean, even when I did my assessment at work, that was one of the things that it showed I didn't have was patience.
Right.
And I really need to work on not trying to, I guess, be kind of judgmental in a way too, because I think that comes off as judging. And I definitely don't want to be perceived like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can understand how some things, friends not making the best choice, and you internalize that because
Yeah,
as a
because you love
friend,
them. Yeah.
yeah, and as a friend, when they make that bad situation, you probably more than likely gonna have to be the one that picked them up. Damn well, it's like, why the hell would you do this? You know it didn't make sense, but being the friend that you are, you still got to be there and support
No,
them and
definitely.
you know
1,000.
pick them up. What about you, Sheena?
Yeah, so I realize that I have a strong personality, and sometimes the way that I say things it come across harsh, but I don't mean any ill will. And over the years, like the last 3 4 years, I've really been working on that.
Okay.
Um, but like I'm much like you, Shay. Once I'm irritated about the situation, I don't know how it might come out. I don't know, and I'm sorry. But listen here,
Right.
but yeah, but yeah, sometimes and then that's another thing with me. I have expectations. I'll be wanting my friends to be the best them. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And I
Exactly.
know you have it in you, so I get frustrated.
Amen.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, but I'm working through that because sometimes people don't want to get pushed. They just like to be where they are. So I've had to learn to
But that's
pick
a.
my battles on that.
But how do you under that? To me, that's such a. I have friends that I feel like they don't make the best decisions. It can be, um, very can be like a poor decision making. How do you tell a friend that they're making a poor decision without offending them, and they feel like they doing something just this is spot on, this is what I should be doing, but and somebody looking in know like, damn, that's crazy. How do you tell a friend like that's a horrible thing?
I've just
That's a
learned
fucked up decision.
to mind my own business. I
But
just
But
that's so hard when
it
you're
It
is.
is hard.
around someone who you love and you're
yeah,
looking at them like, are you seriously doing that?
yeah.
It's kind of hard to kind of mind your own
I'm
business. You
learning
know
to
what
though.
I'm saying?
It's easier.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Same. Same.
It's
I
easier for
said
me.
2022, I was gonna mind the business that pays me, but
Mind your
I'm
business. Tread
learning
the
to, and it's
water.
you
working out
will
too.
internalize that, and it begins to take a toll on you
It
because
does.
like Kevin said, I'm not gonna leave my friends. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And even though they may not make the best decisions that I
Mhm.
feel, are the best, and
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna leave, but it gets frustrating. And it's like,
Yeah,
dude, how many times do you hit your head before you realize that's a brick? You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I've just kind of adopted. Sorry to hear that. I'm praying for you. I have to stand in the mirror and say that sometimes. I'm so sorry to hear that. I
Right.
hate to hear that. I really hate to hear that.
Hey, Shay, I say I'll lift them up in prayer in a minute. Why?
Listen, I'm
It
praying for
irritates
you.
me so bad when you say that. I be
Like,
like,
just lift them
I'm
in prayer.
serious, Kevin.
I know, just lift them in prayer.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh man. So another question for you guys. You have multiple friends. Do you treat all your friends the same, or is there a certain level that you treat each friend? Because oftentimes, you can have friends and people treat friends differently.
Hmm.
But I think if you So, what's your perspective of that? Should all friends be treated on the same playing field, or or how is that?
I have different relationships with all of my friends. I have a few friends that don't like to mix because some of them think the other ones are bougie or, or not nice or very or mean girls, right? So I love them all, but I have different relationships with them all. Some of them I go perfume shopping with, some I may go lipstick shopping, some we might go, we love the best restaurants or whatever. So I love all my friends in all different ways. We have different relationships, but I'm there for all of them. You know what I
Okay,
mean? Yeah. So,
okay, that makes sense.
yeah. What about you?
I am different. I'm a different person almost. Not person, but I'm different with all of my friendships. It just
Yeah.
depends on, there's some people that like, I have some friends that like our vibe is just lit all the time whenever we talk. And then there's those ones that you got to be a little more serious with, and it's a little more deep in thought. Okay. So I don't treat any of them the same. I think the core fundamentals of friendship remains the same, but who I am to each of those people varies based on what's needed. Shay?
Definitely. I treat them different. Yeah, it's in it's almost impossible to treat your friends the same
But
because
do
they're
you love them the
different
same?
people. No, I
So
love
you
them
don't
differently.
really?
Yeah,
You don't love all your friends the same way?
no, that's me being authentic
What
and
about
honest.
your best friends? Do you love them all the same way or differently still?
No,
Differently?
yes,
Wow, that's interesting.
yeah, because I'm a real friend. Like it's very hard for me to deviate from being a real friend. But sometimes you can have a best friend or have a close friend and they don't give you that same energy that you give them, so you tend to love differently based off of the love that you get. Like any relationship is no different. So unfortunately I can have five best friends, but all of our love is different, so they get treated differently according to the love level or the love language that each one of us have.
Okay. I
That
like
makes
it.
a lot of sense. That make a lot of
Yeah.
sense. Let's go to the comments real quick. All right, let's see. Let's see. Monty says Shay has me singing Dream Girls, Patient Little Sister, Patience Little Brother, Patience, Patience. Man,
That's funny.
Elijah said, I love you guys, but I gotta leave. Handle a
Aw.
job matter. Enjoyed the show. Can't wait for the next show. Love, peace, and blessings to you all.
Yeah,
We
Elijah,
I
appreciate
always
like
you. Thank you
understand,
so much,
Elijah.
that.
Love
Elijah.
you.
Right.
What's up, Ramad? Ramad said, it's levels to this. It
True.
is. It is for sure. Mocha said, that's why it's important to have understanding in relationships and realize that everyone isn't on the same journey and the path that one takes is their own journey. Mocha, do you work with Ayala? Because you got for some knowledge. I think you work with Ayala or something. Carlton said, as a friend, I can be better at not expecting friends to not always being available when I need them and rely more on God because He's always available. Friends have a life too. They do not have that pressure on them, and as they try to get through life experiences just as me. I guess that's really good though.
Very much so.
Because everybody don't treat you the same, and as I'm that kind of person. It's like you know, people disappoint me, and I've oftentimes has been called judgmental. And once I had to explain this to my sister one time, and once I explained it to her, she had like a better perspective on my feelings and my belief. Um, I always like people like my close friends and my family. I always I know that they can do more, and it bothers me when they're not performing at their full capacity, and it may comes off judgmental, but it's I'm acting out of love. I'm acting out of frustration because you, I know you can do much better, and it's just frustration. So if I ever come off judgmental, it's not that. It's just that I want more for you guys, and I know you guys can do better. So if I see y'all underperforming, it's kind of frustrating when okay, I know my friend is an A player. Why is they
Exactly.
performing as a D player? They
Yeah.
know damn well they shouldn't be doing this, but they're gonna do that. So I think a lot of times, it's not judgmental. It's just frustration, with friends. But yeah, you got another question for us, Jill, Rashina?
I
What
do.
would you consider to be unforgivable?
That was my question. That
Was
is so
it?
funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
Man,
not at all.
what?
Ooh.
Goodness. Um, Maybe stealing from me. I trust everybody, especially my friends. And when you steal from me, it takes away that I don't know, it just messes up everything. So for me, stealing will have to be the end all be all for me. If
I
you steal
think
from
we.
me,
I don't
like,
think we friends no more. I stole your Christmas socks.
yeah, that's why we still in the outs. And can you please return those, please, please?
I love it.
It ain't been
Oh
the same
yeah.
since you stole my socks.
I didn't really take his Christmas socks, but he was mad. Really, seriously.
Was he?
Yeah,
Not
he
the
was
Yeah,
socks.
definitely mad.
Oh
I
man.
was
because
like, really?
it was
Shut
a
up.
gift. It was a gift. She stole a gift from me. So when,
Mm.
when they call and say, "Hey, how's the socks feel?"
Said I don't know.
Oh,
Let me call
So
Shay. Let me
comfy.
ask
right,
Shay.
Ooh.
right,
They thick and comfy. Ooh.
right. But
That's funny. So mine was about the same. The feeling that I can't trust you. If I feel I can't trust you, that's a deal breaker for me.
oh wow, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Geo.
what about you,
I'm gonna
Gio?
say I'm gonna say like just to have something different, but I think like some people act out of aggressiveness, and if you ever try to get physical with me, put your hands on me, like that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, we can get into a fight or whatever, but like it's just not somebody I want to deal with who uses physical stuff to try to resolve an issue or difficulty or difference or whatever. So if you get
Yeah.
physical with me, I'm probably done with you. Like
Yeah. Well, I can't trust you. You know.
So,
I
so
can't
if I
trust
make,
you. You might still you might try to kill me. I don't know.
You know. Can't
so if
trust.
I make a mistake and swing on you because I'm mad, we can't be friends.
No.
Oh,
We
Ain't no you don't mistakenly swing on somebody. Okay,
Geo, if you don't, Geo, just duck,
that's
just duck.
intentional. You raised your fist and put the energy behind it.
Right.
So no,
I'm with you, Gio.
no.
What
Me
about you,
and Steve,
Shay?
so.
I went to physical. That's I was gonna say anytime you have to feel like you're gonna get physical with me, or if we're in public and you publicly humiliate me. That's to me an unforgivable moment where I'm done with you.
So if you arguing in public and both, when you argue in temperature, sometimes your temper rises and sometimes we say things we don't mean. You're
I'm
gonna
not gonna argue with you in public if you're my friend.
okay,
Start there.
okay,
So we're gonna take out if it gets to the point where it's getting heated. I'm like, hey, let's take this out, to the car. Let's leave the building, But if you continue to flip the table over and throw the cup and you're doing all that, yeah,
You
we're
watching too
done.
much Love and Hip Hop?
Exactly, we're done.
what what about if one of your friends sleep with your partner or something? Do you accept them, take them back, or
I
what?
mean, that's a no.
That's the trust. I
That's the
can't trust you.
unspoken
I
dead.
mean, come on. Yeah.
They said Robert said shed's not for play.
Listen,
Right.
no, we're done. Because I don't like to be publicly humiliated.
Or
Period.
embarrassed, yeah.
But especially you're my friend and we're out and you just go berserk on me, like, yeah, or physical. Like, I feel like anytime a friend can get physical, or even if I want to get physical, like if I physically want to put my hands on you, there's something wrong with our friendship because you're not bringing out the best of me. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Your friend is just like your partner. They're supposed to bring and highlight the best of you. And if it gets to the point where I'm ready to literally knuckle up with you, yeah,
Yeah, it
our
definitely
friendship is
shouldn't be that
done.
complicated. I agree. Yeah.
Wow. So
This
it's
has
getting
been a great show.
it's been an amazing show, and that it's we're 9 minutes after. We started late, so we're gonna wrap
Exactly.
it up here. Is there anything you guys want to leave? We always drop a nugget at the end. Shay, take us away. What you want to leave us with as it relates to friendships?
Friendship is truly a bond like no other. You create it with experiences, you create it with ups and downs, you create it with the highest moments of your life and the lowest moments of your life, the ugliest days and the most beautiful days. And all of those combined are precious moments. And friends create those. And sometimes, like you said, you have a friend for a season, for a reason, or for a lifetime. Learn
Amen.
the difference, and when they show you who they are, believe them and take it for face value.
Yeah, I agree. Rejection is God's protection. You never know what disasters He's protecting you from. So sometimes the rejection is okay. Keep it moving. You can love people from a distance, and if you see them, you see them, and if you don't, you don't. It should be okay. Either way.
Amen.
Yeah.
Touche,
And
girl.
I'm gonna say, simple, short and sweet. Friendship entails reciprocity and respect.
Ooh,
Mm.
love it.
Well, and I will leave cherish the friends that you have and don't worry about the ones you don't have.
Hey, man.
Just keep it short
Period,
and simple.
Pooh. Period, Pooh.
Well, this concludes the end of our show. This has been an amazing show, and I appreciate you guys. You guys, man, I have the dopest panel. Not only do I have the dopest panel, I have the dopest viewers because you guys be dropping knowledge, and we greatly appreciate
Oh
you
yeah, we
guys.
look forward to it.
Um, Make sure that you guys follow me on YouTube at Bearded Man Chronicles. Be sure to subscribe. Most importantly, hit the notification bell at the top so that you guys can receive get a notification when I upload new content. I want to say that choose positivity over negativity. If no one told you that they love you, just know that we love you. Have a great
We
night.
do.
Till next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you guys. Hey.
Good night.